Hmm. The thing is, like, yeah, I'll fucking die if I do this shit.
Shall we give chase, General?
Yeah, probably not.
Nay, there has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
Probably for the best.
Aye, sir.
You all right, lad?
Yeah.
Aye, I do not doubt it.
I mean, yeah, after this, he's fine. Like, no doubt. No doubt in my mind.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on!
Don't worry, it's going to be all right. Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work. The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise?
Of course.
I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
Yep. Alright. Fuck, dude. I mean, it should be okay. It should just be probably out of the story for a short bit. I'll be right back. So. Go. Alright. You did well, Axel. You saved lives no matter what happens. Remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. Yes. See to the wounded, Axel. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Okay. They're all over here? Okay. I'll also mix up my fucking drink. Manfred lies motionless, having breathed his last, clenching in his fist a small charm which should take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was naught I could do. That charm must have been important. You'd best take it to Conrad. Okay. Man, that sucks, dude. Manfred was cool. He was a badass. Answer died to that punk cunt bitch. Alright, I'm gonna make my own drink. I really need to fucking clear my desk though. Holy shit. Might do that later on. Maybe after we finish this chapter, I will quickly do some shelf reorganization. Just to clear, because there's like no room on my desk. It's ridiculous. Monargo, Manfred, where are you? Oh shit. This is. He's dead, isn't he? Yep. Manfred was a warrior. He always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chasing him nigh on 20 miles, so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men to Quarry Mill away because he thought they were fighting for him and not for the cause? Aye, well he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. That's exactly the kind of man who should be leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive, not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Camp, there never is. Who stands, who falls in the heat of battle, we can but do our best, as he did. Manfred will be sorely missed, aye, but because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not, and they need us now more than ever. Hey, kitty. Aye, that they do. Forgive me. I had high hopes for him as all. Our defeat was no mere thing. It was total, a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphino said, it is those who survived. Oh my god, Kitty. Hey baby. We must think of now. Ralga's reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Oriens will need to be taken by Chocobo carriage. Agreed? Good, I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. Okay. You're kidding. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. No? Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take that which you require. I will not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. It's alright, I am a level 60-something alchemist. I can do it. I think like 53 or something. In the 50s. go. And in here. Give the medical supplies to the flame courier. Right here. Sir, Marshal Tanapin said you might have something for me. Yes, I do. Medical supplies, dude. 12, be praised. This should put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we wait his orders. Alright, cool. I'm gonna get these people out of here. Y'shtola and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Krile. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Guardians try anything. Hang on, you're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of those carriages? Not so thrilled that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castrum Oriens. Let's go. We have like one quest that is like half an hour plus long, and then we have like a bunch of quests in a row that are incredibly short. Okay. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains our forces were decimated, and this state will not be mounting an assault on Castellum, Villadina, or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects, but first we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you all at Castrum Oriens. Understood. We will go and speak with General Alden. Alright, so riding over here. Hey, kitty. Cool. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search for the reach in the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straightways to Specula Imperatus after quitting this place. It would seem he's lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemy, you don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away, but Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, this is neither the time or place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the reach. The rest will fall back to Castrum Oriens. We can discuss our path forward there. Alright. Oh my god, for fuck's sake. Rumor that going around that Xbox is buying Bungie. That would be interesting. I mean, they're only making Destiny. And whilst Destiny is definitely successful, it's not like... Yeah. They'd probably want Bungie to make fucking Halo again, because they're like, listen, 343 fucking suck. They can't make Halo. You guys made Halo, and it was amazing. You guys should make Halo again. Krile is with Y'shtola. She still hasn't woken up, but Krile says she's through the worst. That's good. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? Saw it happen when that Skulls commander cut down Mefrit a single blow, and that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Galen who did it. It was an Alamegan. Yep. That bitch. Gods help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. Yes. There is a new Destiny. It might be exclusive. Yeah, maybe. See, I don't think they would make a new Destiny. Because, like... Or at least... The only reason why they made Destiny 2, really, is because of Activision, like, forcing them, because, like, Activision was like, you need to make another Destiny. It's like, but we can just make expansions for this one. And
were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked
yeah, I think the Deathloop deal was probably signed before Xbox bought Bethesda. So, yeah.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefrid with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Then we'll rip out their fucking hearts.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now.
Yeah.
Our homeland.
I'm keen to jump back into Deathloop at some point soon.
Children.
Because I liked it. It's pretty sweet.
You mean the skulls?
Yeah.
The youths who fight for Xenos?
I'm keen.
Grania Lupi. The Black Wolf's legacy and our shame.
Yeah, I don't know.
Made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation.
I think PlayStation definitely needs to
raised to be
get more into the mobile gaming market. But it'd be good if they could make like mobile games that are also on PlayStation 5. Kind of like how Genshin Impact. Like Genshin Impact, you can play it on basically everything. Like you can play it on mobile, you can play it on PC, you can play it on console.
Cut down our own, then.
Kind of like that.
Then what was it all for?
Nago?
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I'm ready to do it again.
I still can't believe how strong...
At the end of the expansion.
He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included. Gods help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to...
Because yeah, I saw this video about how massive the mobile market is, especially in like poorer countries. And I feel like that's like the future for a lot of gaming. A lot of gaming needs to be playable on mobile as well.
How are we to contend with such a foe?
I'm not saying that like the next Spider-Man game should be fucking mobile, but you know what I mean. We fight and we fight, we keep on fighting until we win. Exactly.
Come now, even you have your limits. But then, so too must he. One legatus ruling two provinces a world apart. Yes, divide and conquer. We kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more, thereby forcing Xenos to fight a war on two fronts.
Exactly.
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised, and I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Thank you.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast. Rebuild.
I think exclusives are important because it justifies why you would buy one console over another.
I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there. and make sure nothing like this ever...
Since hardware-wise, they're pretty close to each other. But, yeah.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Kitty.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Al Amigo has suffered enough.
Beautiful baby. Beautiful. Alrighty then. Alphino, yep. Goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government here or anywhere else. And I'm quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but it is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from imperial oppression, whom we will free. Excellent. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, Halo is... So yeah, Xbox is like, yeah, not doing too well with exclusives. But I feel like the Xbox Game Pass is like definitely a really good prospect for Xbox. PlayStation like needs to really... I don't know, they need to do a lot more with PS Now, I feel. Because I can't get PS Now in Australia, for example. But I could get Xbox Game Pass. But Microsoft is also a way bigger company than Sony, so yeah. Where men go as one, there is life, and where... Oh, shit. At the auto scrolling on. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Othard is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather, Tartaru is. But before we discuss that, there is another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it, if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as you're told it cannot be left unattended, then I should obviously remain. Very well. Is you addressed? You know, Alphino, it would have been quicker just to ask, and markedly less patronizing. Yes, I suppose. Would you be willing to look after your stole and provide support to Arenvald and the others? Yes. Yes, Alphino, I would. You see? That wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. Oh, I would not dream of it. Right then, sister, Axel, Lise, gather your things. We are for Limsa Lamitsa. Alrighty then. Sweet. Big majority of Xbox games past. Yeah, it is. A lot of it is. It is true. Oh, pick up this unlock quest as well. I imagine this is probably Ether Current. Yeah. Oh, Axel DG in the Maelstrom. Of the Maelstrom, I a moment if you would. The Alliance has been fit to charge the Twin Adder with overseeing the occupation of Castrum Oriens for the interim. As an adventurer, I realize it is your want to attend to matters both great and small in all corners of the realm, though it should go without saying that you must also uphold your obligations to the Maelstrom and the Eorzean Alliance. Thus, I would ask for your aid in a reconnaissance mission here in the fringes. Pray speak with Lieutenant Mulco when you are ready to receive a briefing. She will be overseeing the operation. Okay. Here. Yep. Do my eyes deceive me? It can't be, but it is. Axel DG, the Griffin's Bane himself. Yep, that's me. Yes, the great hero who defeated the Griffin atop Balsar's wall, bringing his plans of conquest to a shuddering halt. I can think of no other title that is so aptly befits your prowess. A pity no one else seems to think so. But enough of that. What brings the illustrious Griffin's Bane here to Castrum Oriens? Things. Serpent Marshal Brookstone has requested you assist in my investigation. This is such an honor. I'll do my best not to disappoint you. Goodness me. Where are my manners? Tyler Mulco, military records officer at your service. I cannot offer much in the way of combat, but if you should have any inquiries regarding historical matters, you need only ask. Now then, let me appraise you of the situation. Currently, shortly after taking control of Kashmarians, we discovered a number of confidential documents left behind by the Garleans, prisoner records dating back to the beginning of the Alamigo occupation. As you might have guessed, a great many were conscripted and sent away to subjugate new territories. A surprisingly large number were executed, as a reminder of what would happen should any step out of line. What we weren't expecting, however, was a number of prisoners listed simply as whereabouts unknown. We thought perhaps they met some ill fortune during their imprisonment, or even escaped, but we could find no other documentation as to just what became of them. Okay. Be they living or deceased, it is now our duty to find them, not just for our own records, mind you, but their loved ones as well. They deserve the peace of mind knowing what happened here. Would that this were a recent incident, though. It would be no easy task ascertaining their whereabouts after 20 years, but I believe I know where we might begin our investigation. The Ananta have called these lands home long before even the Alamegans came to settle here. And as luck would have it, the resistance has established cordial relations with their people. Perhaps they remember something of what happened all those years ago. We're gonna go check the barmaid over here. Damn, what that tail do, girl? Alamegan prisoners captured 20 years ago? Yes, I remember when the Garleans gained their foothold here. They interned any and everyone striders at Nanta. It mattered not. Most were forced to serve in the Garlean military, dispatched to other lands from which they would never return. If I'm not mistaken, the prisoners who remained here were taken to a small village to the south. I cannot say what transpired there, but the settlement was heavily guarded. I fear the worst for them. A settlement to the south? Why, that would have to be Bittermill. I recall records of its residents seeking asylum in Gridania when the Garleans first arrived. The place was all but razed to the ground. Let's begin our search there. Perhaps something of value will still remains in the rubble. Where is it? Okay, done. Alright, cool. Easy. We could do this fate as well. Fighting grizzly bears. Alright, cool. Oops. Nice. Okay. Yep, there we go. Nice. Hey, Reaper, how's it going, man? How you doing? How you doing, dude? Oh, man. I fucking smashed through that, thing of ramen I had earlier. Though I'll probably have some more for dinner. Oh, shit. Nice. Oh shit, you can see his native Dexter. Nice. Awesome. Alright, get sort to there. These guys up. There we go. all the bears. Group up all the bears. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Season 8, honestly. Yeah. But, you know. I'll definitely have to rewatch it before Dexter comes out. Maybe, like, during October, I'll start rewatching it all. Oh, shit. Alright, cool. Take this guy. Yeah, nice. Slowly get rid of all the grizzly bears. These mountain grizzlies. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay, yep. Pop that and send a dance. Boom. Nice, dude. Sweet. Oh god, okay, kill this thing. Get rid of it. Cause yeah, like I've been watching like the new season of Walking Dead, the final season specifically, and it's really good. I mean, there was one episode that wasn't particularly good that's come out so far, but the rest of it's been pretty solid. What's this video? I'll say. Ah, my fucking foot. Oh. Oh god, I love that. Oh. I would love it if they did a interdimensional cable episode again. That'd be great. What? What are the Garleans doing here? They cannot be allowed to leave. Get them. Oh fuck. Alright. Good luck, bitch. You will stand 0 chance against me, because you're a punk cunt. Nice. Wah! He's just like, ooh woo. Ah, man. Goodness, that's smart. Ow. Perhaps I should have devoted more time to combat training. Though no amount of training would make me a match for the renowned Griffin's Bane, that was magnificent display. Ghanaian soldiers were certainly the last thing I expected to find in these abandoned and otherwise forgotten buildings. I managed to catch them unawares, but I'm quite certain this investigation would have ended poorly had you not arrived. Still, I find this quite curious. By all rights, the Ghanaians should be too busy contending with the resistance to waste time in a place like this. What were they doing here? I'm afraid our search for answers has only raised more questions. If we are to make sense of any of this, we must search this place from top to bottom, after my heart returns to my chest. Yeah. But yeah, after we finish this chapter, we're going to organize my shelves. We're going to clear my desk, organize my shelves, because I want to get all my PS5 games. Because there's like currently the game pile's taking up a massive chunk of space on the desk. So yeah, so we're going to quickly clear that out. Sorry to keep you waiting. I fear the battlefield is no place for a bookworm. If the gods are kind, we'll encounter no further distractions. Now let us begin our search. We'd like to cover more ground if we split up. Hopefully there is still some trace of the prisoners left here. There we go. The cloying stench of rotting debris fills your nostrils. You're unable to discern where the odor is coming from. Alright. Upon closer inspection of the ground, you see footprints. Some of them appear to be fresh. Ooh. And where doth be our third clue? Over here. Deserted house. This house is much too clean to have been abandoned for 20 years. It's a bit sus. Let's see. Okay, cool. And we wait here. Oh, Axel, thank goodness. I found someone while inspecting their houses. He seems unwell. Unwell? Oh, no, definitely not. Certainly not. Yes, we're quite fine, but what of you? A little girl dressed in strange clothes. Quite strange, quite strange. What? You have some nerve. Regardless of how I look, I am ranking officer of the Order of the Twin Adders. Thank you very much. Now, who are you and what business do you have here? Who? Yes, who? An excellent question. You are you, but who are we? Yes, we would like to know very much. Very much. You don't remember? Well, is there anything you can remember? Remember. Yes, something about the place. Something familiar. Axel, this is only a hunch, mind you, but I suspect he is not from this place. Considering he is Elazin, he is likely a Gridanian escaped from the Garleans, or perhaps... could he be one of the missing prisoners? It would certainly explain the Garlean soldiers before. We need to take him back for questioning. Excuse me, sir. Would you be willing to come back with us? At the very least, it would be more comfortable than these dilapidated houses. We may be able to help you recover your memory. Memories. Sweet memories. Yes, we would like them very much, very much. Alright then, let's return to Cache of Orions. My browbeating commander will likely wish to meet you. I suppose it can't be helped. Alright. So you rescue this random rambling dude. So let's go back. I'm gonna take some Panadol because my neck is sore, as is my jaw. Possibly one of the missing prisoners, you say? I expected such wild claims from Lieutenant Molko, but if you would corroborate her reports, perhaps this warrants investigation. Till further notice, he shall stay under the protection of the Eorzean Alliance. Sir, with all due respect, you cannot just... Lieutenant Molko, get this man a hot meal and a warm bed. When he's had a bit of rest, see what he knows of Bittermill and the Garleans. It should not be long before we reach a resolution to all this. You're free to wait here until she finishes questioning our new detainee. Oh, cool. Sure. I imagine Lieutenant Molko has finished questioning the detainee by now. Go and see what, if anything, she's learned. Alright. Has she learned? Oh, Axel, I've just finished with questioning. Unfortunately, he can recall absolutely nothing of his past. The only thing he's certain of is that he escaped from Garlean captivity. I'm beginning to believe he really is one of the missing prisoners. But where does Bittermill fit into all of this? I fear we've reached an impasse. It's not as if we can ask the Garleans what they were doing here. Or perhaps we can. The soldier who escaped us earlier must know something to have been prowling about the area. He has to be taken into custody. Come, Axel, we must speak with Serpent Marshal Brookstone about assembling a search party. No stone can be left unturned. Alright. You wish to capture the soldier you encountered at Bitter Mill. Well, you should know I've already dispatched a reconnaissance team. After reading Lieutenant Molko's report, I thought it prudent he be apprehended immediately. However, therein lies the rub. We lack the manpower to sufficiently survey the area. In fact, I was just deliberating over who I should call back to make a sweep of Owen's stash. There's no need for that, sir. Axel and I will go. I realize I'm not the ideal scout to assist in this, but we have to find them. Alright. Cool. Okay, we're going down that way. Cool. You want to mount up? Yeah! Right, so auto run, I'm gonna quickly take this. Alright, in here. On your guard, Axel. I have a bad feeling about this place. Indeed. This is Owen's stash. Okay. We found him, Axel. We really found him. What are you? These wounds. If he's not treated soon, he won't be telling anyone anything. He is likely to bleed out if left unattended. Go and tell Serpent Marshal Brookstone we found him, and he needs medical assistance before he can be moved. Okay. Yep. We'll go back. There we go. My men have searched high and low, and there is no sign of this runaway soldier. I found him at Owen's stash. I say no more. Attention, this is Brookstone speaking. The subject has been found at Owen's stash. I repeat, the subject has been found at Owen's stash. He is severely wounded and is in need of medical attention. Excellent work. Mate, perhaps now we can finally get to the bottom of this Bitter Mill business. Okay, cool. By all rights, my men should be back by now. Go and see if you can find Lieutenant Molko. I want to know what these Garlean dogs were up to. Very well. Axel, I'm happy to report we managed to bring him back safely, not a minute too soon. I plan to speak with him shortly after returning, but the healers won't permit anyone to see him until he's settled and the bleeding stopped. I imagine we won't have to wait very long. Okay, just wait here. Just shooting the shit here. Meanwhile, it seems he's finally fit to speak. I don't expect you to be grateful, but I'd like to remind you you likely wouldn't be standing here if we hadn't found you in that cave. Now start talking. What were you doing there at Bitter Mill? We were looking for someone, an escapee from one of our facilities. He had lost his memory and was otherwise mentally unstable, so we knew he couldn't have gone far. I believe the man you're speaking of is currently in our custody. We found him seeking shelter in Bitter Mill. He claims you captured him, though he cannot recall where. So he returned to Bitter Mill after all. I guess the past came back to haunt him, even if he can't remember it. Listen, my superiors not like to show you any leniency. If you tell me everything you know, I will do all within my power to see your life is spared. Do we have a deal? Miss, I may be dressed just in the uniform, but you'd be mistaken to believe I owe the Guardians any allegiance. I will gladly tell you. 20 years ago, a group of prisoners was relocated to Bittermill and to assist in the Guardians' most unorthodox experiments. They wanted to create a new chemical weapon, one that would leave buildings untouched while killing any and everyone who came into contact with. Black Rose, I believe it was called. That's horrible. Their intention was to drive back Eorzean forces without wasting any of their own on the front lines. Of course, they wouldn't know if it really worked without willing volunteers. And what better place than a village long since abandoned by its people? Not a single prisoner survived. The test proved a resounding success. It was only a matter of time before Black Rose would be deployed, or so they thought. To the surprise of many, the project was shut down before Black Rose could ever be used. The order came from the legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion, and the interim leader of the Alamegan province, Gaius van Balsar. The Black Wolf would not allow the senseless murdering of Eorzea's people. He saw them as future subjects of the Empire to be ruled, not savages to be slaughtered. Everything was to be destroyed, but the man behind the project would not see his work wasted, and ran off with the last remaining samples of Black Rose. Shit. He was promptly apprehended, but he'd already hidden away his work. They used every heinous tool at their disposal to make him talk, yet he would not, or rather could not, tell them where he hid it. The doctor had already gone mad and couldn't remember a thing. I can only assume one of his experiments went wrong and ruined his mind in the process. And that means the man we found earlier, that's him. Gulamaze, former head of research for the 14th Imperial Legion. Shit. Okay. I can't believe that incoherent mess of a man was a scientist in service to the Gharleans. I think we've heard enough. Thank you for your cooperation. What do you think, Axel? Part of me wants to believe it isn't true, but I see no reason why he would lie to us. There has to be some way to substantiate his story. If the entirety of Bittermill was used for their experiments, it would be no easy feat to do away with the evidence of such a massive operation. No, there would have to be some lingering traces of their work, and if they couldn't dispose of it, the only option would be to bury it. Actually, we have to go back to Bittermill. Let's go to fucking dig up the fucking Black Rose. Probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea. Alright, cool. I think this is going to be like the last quest of this quest chain, yeah? And that should give us another ether current at the end, and then we can continue with the MSQ. Alright. Here we go. Alright, let's split up. There has to be something here. I'm not leaving until we find it. Okay. Search Bittermill for evidence. Oh. That's where she is. Barren soil. Maybe this is it. There's nothing buried here. Okay. Maybe there's some more. Hold on. Maybe behind this house? Oh, let's try this one. Nothing. It's okay, Kenny. It's okay. Just put my water bottle down. It's okay. It's okay, babe. It's okay. check behind this building.